It's Ron Reader digs the universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe. And tonight, the HMO CEO killer. And just like that, they got him. In Altoona, Pennsylvania, where a McDonald's employee, likely with shitty health insurance, ratted him out, no doubt seeking the reward offered by the NYPD. Luigi Mangione had the murder weapon in his backpack, apparently one of those untraceable 3D printer jobs, and in his backpack was the clothing he wore in New York surveillance photos. He is an Ivy Leaguer who went to Brown, and Mangione also had something of a handwritten manifesto in his possession. Thus, the manhunt for this presumed dealer of healthcare street justice ended quietly. I was fascinated by this murder instantly as soon as I saw it on CNN's website Thursday morning. Like, oh my, a brazen public assassination on the streets of New York City. This is, Law and Order fare for television, probably sending it over to Detective Gorin at Major Case right now. But, I didn't get the obvious angle on the story until I got home, pulled up Facebook, and saw an unusually large number of my liberal and lefty friends fucking celebrating the murder. Oh yeah, I thought, United Healthcare is an evil HMO corporation notorious in recent years for denying claims. This isn't simply another true crime story. This is intensely political. Indeed, police quickly found right after the murder that Mangione had etched the words delay, deny, and defend into his bullet shell casings, and these words just happened to be the title of a recent book heavily criticizing the healthcare industry. The manifesto that police found when they finally arrested him says at one point, "These parasites had it coming," in reference to corporate America just generally. Some people are comparing him to the Unabomber back in the 80s and 90s. He also had a manifesto, much more elaborate than Mangione's, but Ted Kaczynski killed scientists in support of his weird neo-Luddite technophobic ideology. Luigi Mangione, in sharp contrast, killed Brian Thompson, a powerful corporate executive covered in the blood of his healthcare victims. Unlike the Unabomber, the HMO CEO killer murdered over an issue with which many, many Americans are sympathetic. Thompson is not an innocent victim. He was a major operator in the corporate healthcare machinery that routinely chews up sick people, killing thousands every year by denying them claims for treatment that could have saved their lives. Sure, Brian Thompson, I'm sure he worked hard, wore a tie, loved his wife and his kids. Maybe he even donated to charity and went to church on Sundays. But as I observed last week when discussing the morality in voting, it is an elementary moral truism that an individual is responsible for the foreseeable consequences of his actions. Thompson was a killer, as surely as his assassin is. I do not support murder, and Luigi Mangione must be brought to justice, but nor am I inclined to shed a single tear for Thompson. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. For-profit healthcare kills a lot and cannot be trusted to look after our best health interests. We need to regulate the hell out of it, or better yet, run it the fuck out of town and opt for single payer. But like that's going to happen anytime soon. And now that one guy has shown how easy it is to do it, there will probably be more assassinations. I'm Ron Reeder, and this has been Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reeder, again next week for another episode of Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. Okay, so conservative Ted Cruz and others are saying that this is an act of left-wing terrorism. And you know, I might agree with that, except for the fact that you look at Mangione's social media, Elon Musk and Peter Thiel are heroes to him. No leftist worships a billionaire ever. So Mangione didn't get his violent ideas from reading Karl Marx. He got them from reading the Unabomber's manifesto. So this is not an act of left-wing terrorism, just a disturbed conservative weirdo killing the right people, you know, kind of like Trump assassins.